is no true.
Oh man, I love these. What? I lied. Delusional numbers. All I care about is driver referrals. Oh boy.
What's going on, guys? So I'm over here in California. We're on an overnighter going to Salem, Oregon, okay? And my last video was about how training is not worth the money. Priming training is not worth the money, lease side. And the reason I did that video was because there's no amount of money that's worth your life, okay? Trusting into another individual. You need to do it because you got heart and you got love for the industry and you want to give that knowledge back to somebody else. So I'm scrolling through comments. I always check you guys' comments. I do my very best to be adamant about responding and stay one-on-one with you guys. And I usually love haters, okay? Haters make you greater, all right? I got called a liar. I was told my numbers are delusional, that there's no way Prime pays more than company, much less double what company drivers make. There's no way that somebody can purchase a lease truck from Prime. Apparently I don't know how lease works because you can't buy a lease truck. I don't know. So I don't have all night to do this video, but and I'm not gonna name any names, but that person knows exactly who they are. But this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna go ahead and run through some numbers real quick. So I started digging deeper into my settlements to find out exactly what the fixed costs were for my lease truck, okay? And you gotta take into account, remember this throughout the entire video. This has been a team training truck for 64 weeks, okay? That's the entirety of this lease, 64 weeks. Don't forget that, all right? So my truck has $1,197.14 in fixed cost, okay? And you're gonna see all these numbers, okay, up here. So keep an eye out. I'm gonna post every single one. $1,197.14 in fixed cost, which with variables, you know, tolls, mileage charge, extras, etc., whatever you buy from a company store, whatever you put on comm data, extra oil and antifreeze, wash fluid at the fuel stations, you could just safely say $1,500, okay? This is what I started basing my numbers on. All right, the weekly fuel cost, let's say at 3,000 miles for a solo driver, 3,000 miles at 7 miles per gallon. I don't know any solo drivers who are averaging 3,000 miles a week, much less 7 miles per gallon. These trucks do 8 miles per gallon in their sleep, but we're gonna take worst case scenario on everything, all right? Everything, worst case scenario. All right, at 428 gallons, 428.57 gallons, that's what 3,000 divided by 7 is, okay? If you're doing your math at home. 3,000 miles divided by 7 miles per gallon is 428.57 gallons times the United States average right now, as of today, $3.28 a gallon, okay? That's a $1,407.85 cost for fuel before Prime's fuel discount, which comes out every single week. Then you've got DEF cost, okay? We don't want to forget DEF cost, right? Average use is at 1 gallon every 150 actual miles. So you're gonna use roughly about 1 gallon of DEF every 150 actual miles. All right, driven, take 3,000 miles divided by 150 equals 20 gallons of DEF used on a 3,000 mile week, all right? At the average DEF price of $3.42 per gallon, you're gonna spend roughly about $68.40 per week, give or take. I know, everybody's different. We're not gonna talk about actual numbers here. Heaven forbid I get those wrong, all right? So if you follow me, watch all the numbers right here beside your screen. Total estimated cost solo for a 3,000 mile week, $2,976.25, okay? At 3,000 miles, that cost puts your truck at 99-cent total operation expense per mile. I'm like, okay, we got some factual numbers here. All right, so say you got a $4,000 revenue week minus the $29.76.25, you're gonna put $1,023.75 to the bank. All right, you got a this is all before taxes. You got a $4,500 week minus the $29.76.25, you're gonna put a $1,523.75 to the bank. All right, you got a $5,000 week, revenue week, minus the $29.76.25, you're gonna put $2,023.75 to the bank. You got a $5,500 week, which is a really good week solo. And guess what, guys? There's a lot of guys out here doing this. Minus the $29.76.25 equals $2,523.75 take home. All right. Well, I know what you're saying. Freight, you only talked about oil and you only talked about fuel and DEF and fixed cost. Oh my gosh. What about all the rest of the stuff that might come out? I got to thinking about that. All right. So I'm just gonna take my truck. I'm paying for somebody to be on the truck. I'm doing 4,572.31 miles every single week, average, okay, for the entirety of the lease. All right, we're about to get to that. All right, so let's just be fair. Let's just say a solo truck has all the cost of a team truck. Let's just be fair, okay? All right, let's be fair. We're gonna talk about the overall cent per mile for my truck. For the last 64 weeks lease recap, total revenue, the entirety of as of last week, okay, was $477,033.08 total revenue. Total expenses, this is all fixed costs, all variable costs, fuel, everything that came from my business was $251,924.11. All right, total net revenue, all before taxes, to my bank for this entire lease is $225,108.96. Okay, check those numbers. All right, you're looking at them. So you're gonna take the total expenses divided by actual miles. Our trucks don't run on dispatch miles, they run on actual miles, okay? So my total mileage for this week was 2,883 miles, okay, what we've ran so far. So I subtracted it from the total miles that we have on the truck, 295,511 miles, which equals 292,628 as of last Wednesday when I stopped my last trip, okay? Now, you take the $251,924.11, you divide it by 292,628 miles, that gives you an operating cost of 87 cents per mile. It's lower than what I had figured out as a solo truck. Okay, wow, freight, being pretty generous there. I think it's fair to say that if a team truck's operating cost is 87 cents per mile, we could probably base the solo trucks on that as well. Being that I'm paying extra for a trainee, I'm paying extra fuel, I'm paying extra mileage charge, I'm paying extra oils and additives, I'm paying extra maintenance, I'm paying extra tires. I mean, let's just be fair here since I don't know any numbers, okay? So that's gonna give it 87 cents per mile times 3,000 miles to the average solo driver. We're gonna take the high, 3,000 miles. That's a $2,610 operating cost per week, all right? My cost on 4,500 miles per week, all right, average. Okay, we're just gonna say 3,000 for a solo. We wanna be fair, right? So that's including all the extra miles, extra fuel, maintenance, and paying for a train to be on the truck, as I said before. So now that we're being fair, let's look at the revenue cap again. $4,000 minus $2,610 in overhead, complete overhead cost for 3,000 miles, $1,390 take home. Okay, 4,500 minus $2,610, $1,890 take home. Ooh, wait a minute. Solo guys aren't making $1,800 out here, are they at Prime? Oh my gosh, that's crazy. $5,000 revenue to the truck minus the $2,610 operating cost, $2,390 take home. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. These numbers are crazy. $5,500 revenue to the truck minus $2,610 equals a $2,890, $2,890 take home before taxes, okay? Now, taxes are completely different. It depends on your household, it depends on your family, it depends on everything. Turns out we're not all just big, fat, dumb truck drivers. Some of us are just big, fat truck drivers, okay? We're not all dumb, you know? So let me go ahead and tell you right now, okay? If you didn't get any of those numbers, rewind the video, recap it, add it all up yourself, divide it all yourself, subtract it all yourself, do whatever you gotta do. But let me tell you something. Next time you come at me and talk about I'm lying for driver referrals, you better have your numbers ready. I don't care what you do for a living. It doesn't matter. But I'm out here living mine, son. So I'll go ahead and get it straight right now. Those are my numbers, okay? And I'm basing a solo truck's cost on my cost as a team truck for the last 64 weeks. Now, tell me my numbers aren't factual. And as far as the driver referral thing goes, that's a bonus from Prime. I didn't start YouTube for driver referrals. I could care less about driver referrals. Now guys, if you use me for a driver referral, God bless you, thank you. I appreciate it 100%. But I'm not out here feeding you this stuff for driver referrals. It doesn't matter to me. You should have the right to know about what you're getting into before you actually start your career in the trucking industry. Whether it's at Prime, whether it's at Schneider, whether it's at Swift, whether it's at Atlas, whether it's at whatever company you decide to go to. Okay, it does not matter. The bottom line is you should have a right to know what you're actually looking forward to. So I love the haters, guys. It gives me something to actually video about. It doesn't bother me at all. Don't call me a liar, okay? Don't call me a liar, and don't tell me that I'm doing something just for some reason, some bonus from Prime. It doesn't matter to me. I don't make my living off of bonuses. I make my living off this truck and running down this road. That's what I'm here for. And I train because I love it. And I YouTube because I love it. That's why I do it. So guys, before you go pointing your fingers, remember you got 4 pointing back at you. And I'm gonna point my 2 right at you as well. Guys, don't do that. It doesn't look good on you. So that's it, guys. I'm not even gonna throw my driver referral code out there. Doesn't matter. If you like the video, guys, don't forget to like, sub, and share the channel. Much love. God bless every single one of you, even the haters. And stay safe. Till next time, Pray Skater out. Oh my God, almost forgot. Okay, this is the most important part of the entire video. All right, I've got a good friend of mine putting his link to his channel down in the bottom. It's gonna be very top of the links, guys. His name's Nate. Go check out his channel. He's been on YouTube since January 2011. Fantastic guy. Apparently has all the knowledge about Prime and anything in the trucking industry. You guys need to go hit him up. He's got some real good content on his channel there. Yeah, that's what you call a lie, Nate.